what can you say about that game? I'm speechless. I don't really have a ton to say. I probably won't be on very long because I have to be up early. But speechless is about the best I can do with how I feel right now, considering what just happened. I know the game ended probably about 45 minutes ago or so, but I needed to take time to gather my thoughts. I don't have a bunch of notes written down, so bear with me. Like I said, it won't be a long stream, but I figure I got to come on here and uh, I don't even know what to say. That game went about as bad as you could go offensively for pretty much the whole game. And the the third part of this team, the special teams, the unit we've been down on all season, finds a way to be the unit that actually wins the game and gets us to the NFC Championship game to face the winner of either uh, the Rams Buccaneers game, which is just unbelievable. After starting 3-5, who would have thought this was even a possibility? But has happened. I was in all sorts of a mood during this game, mainly because of the offense and of ineptitude. Um, I thought our defense would have a hard time slowing down Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers just because, they're that good. So the defense played way better than I thought they were going to play in this game. I like I said, I don't know what to say other than I'm surprised how good the defense played. Now, I mean, you can take into the fact that the weather was as bad as it was, and that had a lot to do with it. So, um, I mean, the Niners were just as bad on offense. I mean, Garoppolo was as bad as you could be. The offensive line was horrendous, so it wasn't all on Garoppolo. But offensively, we really didn't do anything other than maybe that final drive. Um, every time we would move the ball, we ended up stalling. But one of my biggest criticisms, and I think a lot of fans' criticisms, has been special teams all season. And I actually wasn't paying attention to the television when they blocked the punt for the touchdown. I had actually looked down at my phone because I had the game muted. So I didn't see it. I was completely distracted, which was stupid on me because I would have lost my freaking mind because you don't think the Niners are going to block a punt. It's not something that they do. So when they scored that touchdown, I was beside myself, but very quietly because, like I said, my TV was muted and I didn't see it. And the fact that they blocked the kick before the half too was just outstanding. And this game was a game of just ugliness. Luke Luna's in the chat. Luke says it was ugly, but we got it done, brother. We got it done. Yeah. I don't even know how to feel about this game. It was just offensive ineptitude to the highest degree. Like I said, it wasn't all on Jimmy. I thought the offensive line played bad, but Jimmy didn't play very well either. You wonder how much his hand and his shoulder bothered him in this game. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he didn't look all that great. I mean, he made some throws. I think the biggest thing I could say is the adjustment to double Devontae Adams after the start he had and really limit the Packers offense because it seemed like they were kind of a one-trick pony. So, yeah, a game that was just as frustrating as hell to watch. I had a little bit of a going back and forth on Twitter for any of you who know Eric Davis, cornerback, played for the 49ers, number 25. As you know, he was the corner that returned Troy Aikman's opening throw for a touchdown to start the NFC Championship game in 1995 to send the 49ers to their Super Bowl, where they end up winning against the San Diego Chargers. And he was pretty much telling me and a bunch of other people, we got this, don't worry. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It looked pretty hopeless, but he was right. And he tweeted me after the game and I told him that he was the man. And then I also tried to ask him if he could come on the channel. He didn't respond to that, but yeah, I had a fun interaction with Eric Davis. I thought it was cool. I don't want to hear any Jimmy slander from the fans. The O-line was getting blown up. Wide receivers weren't helping his cause either. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, early on in the game, I thought that the wide receivers let Jimmy down. I thought Jimmy was a little sloppy on the, some of those halfback passes to the sideline, which could have been intercepted. The throw that he did get intercepted towards the goal line, I think he should have just thrown out of bounds. Uh, I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem like he has much velocity on what he's doing. So, but listen, sometimes you win in spite of your offense. Uh, we are on the road um, in the number one seed's house. This was a number one seed in the NFC. We were in their house on the road in the cold. We're from Cali, and somehow we made an unbelievable. I can't even really say comeback. We were kind of hanging around the whole game. So I'd be interesting to see what Rob Shue has to say. I might want to have him on this week and talk to him about what it was like being there. I'm sure he'll share it on his channel, but that had to be a crazy experience because I'm sure that place was rocking for a while before everything transpired. But man, I mean, this game went about as bad as it could go offensively, and somehow we were still in this game. I don't think the 49ers, I don't know if they adjusted to the cold right away, the way they were playing. I'd be honest with you. I tweeted, I said they look like they're from California, just the way they were playing early on. Everybody looked kind of hesitant. That first drive, I thought it was going to be a long day, to be honest with you. Just the way that the offense of the Green Bay Packers moved down the field, but for some reason the Niners were able to adjust and make the necessary adjustments to get us back in the game, or at least keep us in the game. Good vibes. I got to put this up. He says special teams scored all the points. Game ball for Hightower. Yeah, he's not someone who I have an affinity for. I kind of don't like him very much just because of how bad special teams has been this year. But yeah, definitely got to be the game ball. If you're going to give it to anybody, give it to Hightower. I thought it was interesting. If you guys watched the game, you could see LaFleur kind of like pumping up to the crowd, telling them to get loud and stuff. And it just made me happy just how deflated those fans looked after the game. Cause I had some in my chat the other day talking some trash. They were in other people's chats too, talking trash. And it's just nice. A lot of their fans said we had no shot at winning that game and that we were going to get diced up and this, that, and the other. And it didn't happen. Defense played well in this game. Props to the defense, props to special teams. They saved us. It'd be interesting to see. There was a lot of injuries in this game. I don't know if you guys caught it, but Trent Williams had to be took into the locker room. I think he was on crutches. Kittle got rolled up in this game. Debo rolled his ankle. Looks like he's going to be okay from what they're saying. Elijah Mitchell got dinged in this game. So it's, we didn't escape this game without casualties, but it was nice to see the fight. I would be a lot more excited, but it's like 12:30 a.m. in my house, so I'm not trying to wake up anybody. But yeah, this is definitely something I want to look into and maybe do a stream either tomorrow or Monday where I kind of look over the game and kind of really break it down. I didn't write down a bunch of stats or a bunch of stuff, but it all doesn't matter. The fact that we won by field goal, blocked punt, and a blocked field goal all in the same game is just, it's crazy. Because how much of it of this season did we get on special teams? I was personally like wanted Hightower fired during the season. But hey, they made it when it counts. We get to play another week. Either the Bucks or the Rams. It's going to be interesting, guys. Who knows? We could make it to another Super Bowl again, and maybe we'll win it this time. A lot of people are kind of comparing us to the New York Giants, the year that they won the Super Bowl, the first one against the Patriots. So interesting the way it all ended. Yeah, Tommy, Trent Williams left the field. I guess he was on crutches. Debo did the post game, I think, with Aaron Andrews. So, seems to be all right. I know Elijah Mitchell got banged up. A lot of people got banged up in the game. Kittle looked like he was hurting, so we'll definitely know later on during the week what is the severity of all these injuries. But yeah, the Niners didn't escape this game without casualties. A-Rod, felt it was his year. If we sign A-Rod for 2 years, I think he could win back-to-back Super Bowls. He just can't with the Packers because of us and luck. Yeah, don't think he's coming to this squad, Luke, as much as I know you'd want to. In a perfect sense, in a perfect world, it would work. But the Niners have too many holes to fill on their offense, or excuse me, on their team, and they don't have a lot of cap. I forgot how many players they're actually going to have under contract. I think in the 30s. So the Niners got to do some roster reconstruction to make up for the loss of some of these players that we're going to be losing. But in a perfect world, you wish that would happen, but the financial constraints are just not going to allow it. Because if you think for a second, Aaron Rodgers is going to come here and play for a league minimum or some cheap deal, I don't think it's going to happen. Luke Luna says, I don't want to face the Rams for a third time this year, but for a seventh win in a row, I'd rather it be TB12 and Jimmy. I don't want the Lambs to win. Yeah. I don't know how to think about that, Luke. I kind of don't want to face Tom Brady. You know what I mean? In their place, he's the man. And you're right, though. Can we beat the Rams for a third time this year to win the Super Bowl or to win the NFC Championship game? I don't know. That seems like a hard thing to do, to beat the same team 3 times. Eventually, it's going to go the Rams' way. So, yeah, craziness, guys. Crazy. A lot of Packers fans that were talking a bunch of trash in a lot of Niners circles, whether it be spaces on or whatever they call that on Twitter or on YouTube. We don't have to hear about them at least till next year. But, man, what a win for the 49ers, guys. I'm super, super stoked. I didn't really want to come on tonight just because it's so late. But I figured I'd come on and talk to you guys real quickly. Sambar Misa says, as a Bears fan, thank you so much. Hell yeah, I know. It's like us with Seattle, bro. Definitely. I know exactly how you feel. Word says, I'd rather face Rams in SoFi again. I don't know, man. I'd rather face neither of these teams in the NFC Championship. If the Niners were to win the Super Bowl this year with the teams that they've had to go against and have to go against, that would be one of the most miraculous things to happen in a long time. Just the amount of top teams. Think about this. They beat the Dallas Cowboys in their place. They beat the Green Bay Packers in their place. If they were to win again next week in either Tampa or at the Rams, I mean, that would be incredible, And then if they were to go to the Super Bowl and win it, I'm not really going to get ahead of myself. I'll be honest with you guys, during that game, I was kind of going through the thought process of like, okay, we had a good year, but I just don't see us coming back just with the offense the way that it was. I felt that if Green Bay got another score, it might be a wrap in this game. But the defense came to play, special teams came to play, and there's nothing more that I can say than well done, guys. The fact that our special teams, who's played piss poor all year, was one of the reasons, if not the main reason we won, is just another thing, another feather in the cap to a really weird season. The season we started 3-5, and now we're in the NFC Championship game, and we beat the number 1 seeded Packers on the road in their place in the cold. Man, unbelievable, guys, unbelievable. Godhammer says, yeah, I thought defense and special teams played awesome. Yeah, offense didn't do anything. Everybody on offense had a hand in playing poorly. I thought receivers played bad and dropped passes. I thought the offensive line wasn't very good. I thought some of the play calling was a little bit questionable. I thought Jimmy didn't look right. I thought he stood heavy in the pocket at some points when he did have time and just kind of plant himself there. I don't know if he had some issues with his legs or something. I don't know. He seemed not to be moving quite right. I said on Twitter that it looked like he was standing in cement, but it all doesn't matter. We found a way to do it. We got to the NFC Championship game. I can't believe it. I am so stoked. I know you guys are too. Generation Retro says this was a team game when we were down. The D and special teams stepped up and kept us in it. Go Niners. Yeah, man. 3 phases of the game. They say you need at least 2 to win. 2 of them did the job today. Offense did what it needed at the end to get us in field goal position. Debo with the huge rush. I think it was on 3rd down to get us to where we could get in position to kick a field goal. Not going to lie, was questioning Robbie's leg in the weather and in the cold because Robbie Gould has had some issues this year, as we all know. But I have nothing to say that's negative other than we're going to the NFC Championship game again. And who knows, man? You know, we've been doubted all year. I mean, every single one of those people from like NFL Network and ESPN, everybody picked the Green Bay Packers to win this game, and rightfully so. I mean, they're the number 1 seed. They have the top quarterback in the NFL. He's probably going to win an MVP this year. I mean, why wouldn't you pick the Packers? But the simple fact of the matter is that games aren't played on paper. They're played on the field, and the Niners, 2 out of 3 phases were the better team. I thought Green Bay's defense played well against us. Like I said, Tom Compton had one of his worst games as a 49er. He got absolutely owned in this game. I thought the Niners' run game struggled mightily, but I think the Packers were playing it that way. It just goes to show you guys that people always say in the playoffs, bring your run game and your defense. They should probably say bring your special teams too, because they definitely helped us out. Run game wasn't that great, but defense played its ass off. The fact that they only held Aaron Rodgers to 10 points and this offense in their own place, 10 points is just a huge, huge props to that defense. Be interesting to see who's hurt and who might not make it next week. Like I said, it was a tough fought game. A lot of people were hurt. So I'll definitely have to look into that, and I'll make sure to keep you guys updated. Luke Luna says, where are the Armstead haters at now? I've been telling people he's worth paying less. You know what? I haven't been one of the biggest Armstead guys, but I have to admit he's been playing well this last half of the season. It's crazy, guys. It's almost 1 a.m. here, and I'm wide awake. Have to be up though pretty early tomorrow. So I was thinking about listening to the 49ers post game, but figured I'd get on for a little bit. It'll be interesting, guys, though. It's going to be interesting, the NFC Championship game, because no one's going to pick us. We're going to be the team that they think is going to get beat. So I remember saying it before I streamed, or when I streamed the other day with Rob Shue, and I think I said it with Jesse Naylor. The 49ers went into this game with nothing to lose. So, the Packers had all the pressure on them. They're the number 1 seed. They got the game in their house at nighttime in the cold. It all looked good for the Packers. But the fact of the matter is that the Niners stepped up and made the plays at the end when it counted. And like I said, football's is not on paper. It's played on the field. And the Niners, I don't know how they accomplished what they accomplished tonight, but I'm without speech and without clear thought, because that was such an incredible game. Like I said, I want to look into this game more, look at some of the statistics, maybe come on here during the week when I'm not ready to go to bed and have a guest on here, and we'll really get into the nitty gritty of this thing. because I came on here with no notes or any type of structure. I'm just babbling. But who would you guys rather face? Would you rather face the LA Rams or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next week? Okay, this is awesome. Luke Luna works at a tattoo shop, guys, and he said that a guy that tattoos at the shop I'm at lost money 2 weeks in a row betting against us. He's a Bears fan. He bet the Packers to win it all. And Wendover, he thought Dallas had us last week. So that's awesome. Feel bad for him. I hope he didn't bet a whole lot of money. God's Hammer says Rams all day. He wants the Rams. Face one games, kind of Rams, just because it makes both remaining games home games. Ha ha ha. Chemo Conklin says Rams. David Edmonton says, "What's good, sir? I want the Rams because I want a home game." You guys are funny. Stephen Mandler says, or Stefan, sorry, I want to see Brady versus Garoppolo. I think a lot of people do. I personally don't. Luke Luna says, Bucks, their O-line is banged up. We will get to Tom Brady consistently. I hope you're right, man. That would be awesome because he don't like pressure, Luke. You know that. Stefan Mandler says, I hope Debo's okay. Yeah, me too. I'm definitely going to go look into these injuries right after I get off of here or tomorrow. And then if there's any clear news or anything, I'll definitely make sure I get on with you guys and let you guys know. Like I said, I'll probably stream either tomorrow or sometime next week. I'm hoping to do a collab, one of those streams, just because it's more fun and go into more depth about this past game and what's coming up. Talk about who's hurt, who might miss the game, and who we rather see, all those kind of things. I think it'll be an interesting week of conversation. But yeah, that's going to do for me, guys. I think I'm going to go. Like I said, I just wanted to come out here for a really little bit, not too much. But I am super duper 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 happy and cannot wait till the NFC Championship game. I think the Niners are playing with house money, guys, and anything that happens this season past this point to me is just extra because the Niners were definitely not the team that people thought were going to make it. And they've had to go the hardest road to do it, going on the road, winning a bunch of games at the end of the season. So here's to the 49ers continuing it one more week, being the underdog, and hopefully taking out either Tom Brady and the Bucks or the Rams to go back with another chance to win the Lombardi and finally get that sixth Lombardi trophy that we've all been waiting for so many years. So that's going to do it for me, guys. I'll be on hopefully earlier this week. I'll keep you guys informed on all the injuries. Sorry that I wasn't a longer stream or super loud and exciting. It is like 1:00 in the morning where I live. So you can understand that. But till next time, guys, stay safe and healthy, everybody. And like I always say, see you on the flip side. Bye, everyone.